This is what KD said to Legend of Winning when he pulled up.
I just think how y'all even look at the game is whack. Playoff success, like you factor in team success when you talking about players. I just think how y'all consume the game is trash. Like, are you good or not?
I agree.
I mean, some things could be that.
Now, this what Bleacher Report had posted to make it seem like Lowe got cooked, but we all know that's not true. You know what I'm saying? We all know that Lowe has been cooking KD on the truth lately, and we're gonna get the panel in here today to really cook KD. But we already know that KD is full of crap. I'm gonna tell y'all my one thoughts. And first of all, listen, I'm gonna put the link in the description to Shamaria No Sports channel because that's where the whole video at. Oh yeah, I'm on it. Oh yeah, Tricks and Mackenzie, you already know I'm on his ass, right? As soon as I had the time. Now look, y'all, we got a special little episode today because we're gonna bring Shamaria in to share her thoughts. Shout out to Thomas, shout out to Chad, shout out Mackenzie, shout out the whole panel, man. We back on the YouTube grind, man, because this shit getting out of hand. Hey, Chaz, they lucky we wasn't in this shit. I'm gonna run it back real quick.
The game is whack. I think how y'all even look at the game is whack.
So now, how we look at the game is whack. Hold man, listen, bro. Hold on, where's Shamaria at, man? How we look at the game is whack. He don't get enough credit because you left him. Now he's saying how we look at the game is whack because we go off play success, right? It was other clips of KD saying things like, you know, you can't go off of play. I mean, you can't judge a player off of team success. And then later on, he was saying he don't care about rankings and stuff, but he's on videotape giving out his top 5 and things like that. Saying if certain players ain't in your top 5, now you don't care about team success. Now you don't care about rankings. This man KD act like he don't care so bad, but he the same one that was on a burner account. I'm surprised he didn't use his burner account when he joined on. I thought it wasn't KD because it wasn't a burner account, right? Because you only know if it's KD 100% if it's on the burner account. Now this is just my thoughts on the whole situation, bro. Kevin Durant was mad about Lowe not having him top 5 currently. I don't see what's so bad about that. I don't see the problem with not having you currently a top 5 player. Anybody say you wasn't good? KD went on and said, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna find the rest of these clips. I can't wait till Shamaria pull up, bro." Whatchamacallit? KD, bro, this shit's sad. He said all that matters is if a player is good or if they bad. But nobody said that you're not good, KD. We said you're not top 5. Now he's lucky I wasn't there because I would have really got on. All right, so here goes Shamaria right here.
What's up?
Hey Shamaria, what's your thoughts on this, man?
When Katie pulled up to Lowe's space, so I actually was there. I heard everything live.
Oh, so you was hearing everything as it was going on?
Yeah, basically. I was there for the whole thing. I screen recorded the whole time that Katie spoke. The first time when he came in and then left, and then he came back in and then left again. I recorded both the times. I heard everything live, and it was actually a surreal moment because I'm like, oh my God, Katie is in one of the spaces that I am because I'm really big in the NBA basketball Twitter community. So yeah, I screen recorded it, and I was just listening to what Katie had to say and what Lowe had to say, and it was kind of like throughout the whole day, it was kind of a build up. I felt like that Katie would eventually hop into Lowe's space. You know, Lowe was making the space rooms about KD. Him and KD were going back and forth on Twitter. So I kind of figured that Katie would pop up in Lowe's space. So I wasn't surprised at that and stuff like that. But what Katie said, there were some points that he did make 100%, but he also shocked me with some of the things that he said. But I'm not in total disagreement with anything he said because I understand exactly where Katie was coming from and everything like that. But yeah, I have no problem with Katie joining Twitter Spaces. I love when athletes gives attention to fans, to trolls. To me, it's funny.
Yeah.
Because not, if you want to say people in the space were trolls, that's cool with me. Like, there were also fans of the game of basketball in the spaces like me, and hearing KD speak was huge. But yeah, I'm not mad that KD pulled up into low space. I liked it.
Yeah, that's crazy you saying that, because I don't think that I really disagree much with what you said neither, because KD got a good way of being like slick about the situation to where he's not gonna say nothing like off the wall. He's trying to play it safe, but he is kind of right about what he
Right.
said though. He is kind of right about I think KD been wanting to say this for a minute. And everybody that's listening, I did put I'm gonna put the link to Shamaria's channel in the description, because she got the whole screen recording on her channel right now.
Yeah.
This is just crazy. As far as KD joining, I like that he joined, man. I got to shout out Low, because now it's like he didn't kick the door down. He got the NBA players joining, and so that's
Yeah.
Low been doing a lot of things for the for NBA Twitter. I used to be on Twitter back when I was in like high school and college, and my Twitter was growing, but I had deactivated my Twitter because, man, listen, Shamari, I be saying a whole bunch of wild stuff. I was saying wild stuff on Twitter. They probably would have.
Same for me.
Yeah, and so I kept on saying later on they gonna dig up my tweets and they gonna cancel me. But so I had to deactivate that joint. But
Yeah.
it was just too many things I was talking about. I always wanted to just stick to one topic, so I'm gonna make an NBA Twitter and start joining. But man, KD, man, sheesh. So you got KD top 5 right now?
I do not have KD top 5, but KD is close to being top 5. Like, if somebody got KD in their top 5, I'm not gonna be like, wow, shocked that they have KD in their top 5. Then again, like, my top 5 changes a lot. So I have a set 5 in my head, but like the bottom 2 players, like 4 and 5, are literally, I feel like, interchangeable with 6 and 7, which is right where I have KD at 6 and 7. So
okay.
Yeah,
yo, it just because he touched on a point that I kind of always like, wanted one of these NBA players to say, like, because all he probably hear is a bunch of people cooking him and talking, and it's pretty much like taking away the appreciation from his game. And I do understand that. He probably want to hear more people talking about that part. And but it's just man, like, I feel as though he should have really just came out and just said that, because at the end of the day, man, I think KD be having he be kind of contradicting himself a little bit.
he does, and you could kind of hear that in the space when he was speaking. One thing I did get confused about, and I'm not mad that he thinks this way, is that he doesn't have a ranking. So it's like, to me, it kind of felt like he just judged players by if they were good or if they're sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. It gave no type of criteria into the fact and like what makes them good. I don't think he dived deep into I don't think he dived really deep into what makes. He did mention the fact that if they can like pick up a player from full court and also like you like shoot, this dude got a bag on like the offensive end. He did mention that stuff. So being like a two-way player was kind of a thing for KD. That's kind of the vibe I got. And what makes a player really good when KD was speaking. But yeah, the fact that rank players. I mean, I get it though. I get why he wouldn't want to rank players, but like I guess that's a narrative that the fans of basketball have created, and we just run with it instead of just looking at players for face value on if are they good or are they not good, and which is I can't be mad at KD for looking at it like that because it's totally understandable also. But I was also kind of like, what? So I want to hear KD top 5. I don't think KD said his top 5 though, but I would love to hear KD's top 5. I really wish I could have been on stage to ask him questions, but
Yeah, this because it was a build up like you said on Twitter, and this basically, I think this right here is the video I think that set it off, because KD Roundup responding to this, and I'm about to play the video.
One of the best offensive players.
Hold on.
The way y'all talk about KD sometimes be blowing me away. I just don't get it. That man KD can go out there, shoot 22% from 3. He can get locked up by Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown. For whatever reason, season, he's still top 5. He's the benefit of the doubt every single year. You're expecting AD to be the best defender and a 25-point per game scorer in the postseason. KD can go out there and just do whatever he want to do offensively. Drop shooting-wise, put no rim pressure, be a slouch defensively, do you know playmaking, just post up players and can't hit shots, and for whatever reason, that's fine. He can be top 5. But my expectation of Luka Doncic he gotta be one of the best offensive players and elite level defender. Kevin Durant ain't never asked to do that. The way y'all talk about KD sometimes.
Shit.
Crazy. And what's crazy is I saw that video earlier that day. It popped up on my For You page, and I saved it because I was going to stitch it and like make a response to it because I didn't agree with what they were saying with KD. For some reason, I'm not even the biggest KD fan, but I feel like KD slander for like reaches an all-time like level of like too much in my opinion. So I always feel the need to defend Kevin Durant, and so that's what I was gonna do. So I'm glad KD responded to that post and basically not really defend himself, but question how the people on Players Choice were thinking when they were saying what they were saying. I'm glad KD did this 100%.
Yeah, yo, and this basically what happened, yo. KD had pulled up and was like, he said, dudes who don't even come close to being good at anything be jealous of the real players. Shit, funny and sad at the same time. So that's what started it, and it's just like, yo,
I forgot he did talk, and like I'm on KD's side. And not because KD is a basketball player, that really ain't got nothing to do with it. But I'm just on KD's side because I don't like the hate, the criticism that KD gets when it's like I feel like people try to put him on LeBron level, and it's like KD is not on a LeBron type of level, so therefore we cannot judge him like we would judge LeBron James. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, it's something, man. It's a little. Hold on, I'm gonna show what Trae Young, and Trae Young even got into the mix because he was laughing about it, and man, it's just looking bad out here, man. KD finally like stood up to NBA Twitter with his chest. Yeah, you feel me? Even Trae Young came in there laughing. I mean, so the thing is this though, like KD, it's like the only reason I think he contradicts himself though is because he's been engaging in these type of conversations before. Like, you know, sometimes he'll talk about, you know, all-time greatness and how he did and how he had to win a championship and things like that. I think you have to rank players. If you're going to rank players, which I've seen him do in the past, he has his own top 5 all time. So, you know, it has some criteria to go with that. And me personally, I actually had KD like top 5 all time at one point.
You did.
Yeah. I had him all time, but because I do think he's accomplished similar achievements as LeBron James, but I took him out because of the recent underachieving. He talk about team success like as if he don't have some of the best teams ever put together in recent years. So even if we going off team success, you the one that's supposed to have the most team success because talent-wise you top tier and you had top tier teams. So I mean, I feel like, man, now as a player, as a talent, I get that. You know, I mean, I get it, but you know, we just keeping it 100. But I just think it's truth on both sides, man. Because I feel where he coming from. You know how I be defending Kyrie a lot, and I feel like when they talk about Kyrie, they talk about everything he didn't do. I think that's what KD talking about. That video that Low dropped was kind of outrageous because it's like you just straight up just slandering them. Like you just hear slander. This man Low said, you know, post up and can't hit shots and bad defender. Like so it sound like people just calling him trash. And so that's why I do understand what KD exactly where he coming
from. Exactly. And like I said before, I'm glad Kevin Durant stood up for himself as he should have. No, but that is one thing it's crazy because I have those same talking points that KD brought up, like bringing up team success and things like that. You know, sometimes it's weird because with certain players we can only bring up We should only bring up their ability and their play.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
All right, y'all, my bad, Joe. I had some serious. Damn, that was a serious situation right there. But now, Shamari, if you still there, we got Chaz in here now too.
Okay.
Man,
Chaz,
oh my
just so.
gosh.
That's good.
Oh my God. I'll be honest. That boy Lowe really left him off the hook. He really left him off the hook. Cause
He did though.
you know Katie care about this shit, bro. The way he talking about him, I could see if the way he acted and his actions correlated with the things he was saying. But like his actions don't correlate with the things that he say nor he do. Like it don't make no sense. Like
Yeah, yeah.
if he
Matter of
just,
fact,
oh,
he
you
did
good or
say.
not, go ahead, go ahead.
No, he did say he don't care about his legacy. Like a few months ago. Now he on Twitter defending it.
It can't be true that he didn't care about his legacy, because if it wasn't just about his legacy, like if it didn't matter, he didn't care about what people thought about him. He should have just stayed in Golden State. Like, why didn't he just stay in Golden State then? If people want to view you as a scumbag, if you this, you this, you that, it don't matter. You obviously playing because you want to play. You're not just playing to play. Cut that shit out. You're not just playing to play. You play because you want to win, bro. Stop that shit.
That is true though. Like I mean, he was
Stop.
saying, he felt like he couldn't play high level basketball in OKC, but he was playing high level
That's a lie. Yeah,
basketball
that's
though.
a lie, bro. That's a
Bro,
lie.
he was playing high level basketball.
That's a lie, bro.
He was going to the NBA Finals,
That's a lie.
the Western Conference Finals.
That's a lie. He's a liar.
But I mean, listen, man. KD has when Shamari broke it down. Listen, man. KD wants to be appreciated more, and he wants to basically see more content of people giving him credit for being how good he is. He wants to see more of that. But his way of going about it, his way of approaching that is real like passive aggressive. Is real like he's not an analyst though, so I don't expect him to just break it down perfectly. But it's just like he got so many angles that he coming at it from. But then the way how he move is really what people got a problem with, as far as like team hopping and things of that nature, trading your team away, and he also threw his team under the bus before. So this is really what people have a problem with, and so when they look at that combined with the fact that you have been losing early in the playoffs, that's why they taking you out of the top five. Because he talking about it's because of team success. But yeah, bro, I mean, even if you factor that in, you don't want to that's been picking your teams. And then, so what we supposed to do?
Man, he's a liar, bro. Because when they had in the Twitter space, bro, when they had specifically clarified that they was talking about going into next season or the past season, he said that, oh, but my season not my career not a whole just one season. So that obviously shows that he cares about people viewing the totality of his career as a basketball player. He cares, bro. He cares. He cares. Like I said about appreciating him, that's like your girl cheat on you and get with somebody that you beat up, and now she coming back around talking about, I feel like you didn't appreciate me enough. Bitch, bye.
What did KD do though?
Straight
I'm
up.
trying to figure out what KD
He
did.
betrayed his squad that he was a game away from getting to the NBA finals with, and went to the team that walked him down that just won 73 games that year.
He
That's what he
did
did.
something that most players do.
That's
Like, well,
not,
I
but
don't
that's a
understand.
different.
Most
It's
players,
different levels though. It's different
it,
levels. It's
no,
different
but it's
levels.
the same thing
It
for
can
the
be the
same
same thing, but
reason.
it's
The
different
Reed
levels.
case.
Just like it's different levels of crime. You got stealing a candy bar. And you got robbing the bank. Both of them is a crime. Both of them is stealing.
And
But
you the same
it's two
result.
different sentences. It's two different. You get two different sentences. One is just a fine, and one you get sent to jail for years. So we can
There's
obviously see the different levels of these things. Just like when somebody not loyal to you and you almost there from getting to the promised land, and they go to the team that beat you. I mean, if you played a team sport with people that you've been playing with for a while, and they just do that to you, bro, we're gonna view it in a whole different light. Especially when you telling me that you don't care about nobody think about you, and then you leave that team that you was winning with, and then go to another team to try to prove to everybody you could do it by yourself, and then you fail again and again,
why
and
are
then
we?
now you telling us we gotta
No,
appreciate you.
no,
No,
no. You're
we can
not.
appreciate you.
No,
We can appreciate you as a just
no.
purely
But
as a
there's no
basketball player. But
appreciation though.
when it comes as purely as a basketball player, we can appreciate you, your skill set and all that. But when it comes to us talking about you with the greats, the greatest of the greats, hell no,
But
no.
there's no appreciation when it comes to KD.
Oh,
Literally none. And
that's the
then,
most. I appreciate him as a basketball player for sure. Just purely
and
his
that, but
skill.
there's none. I'm like literally, there's none. I'm there's rarely any time I ever see KD get appreciated, like as a basketball player. And then again, I think when you say fail, 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 I think that's a bit of a reach because we saw Brooklyn's potential, but unfortunately, we saw things just happen. Like there were the things that happened in Brooklyn weren't in KD's control.
But
The
that's the
first year he
problem,
got
though.
that he was okay. So how do you and knowing all this information, and then again, I don't know why we making it seem like KD leaving Golden State was simply just about him trying to prove himself to other
It
people,
was.
as if Draymond and him didn't have
It
issues
was.
before he left.
It was.
So it's like it wasn't.
It was.
There's so much more that goes on to KD leaving that
It was.
Golden State Warriors team than just him trying to prove himself. And I don't think KD got anything to prove because at the end of the day, he's still a top 20 player of all time, whether he win or lose. There's nothing left
Oh
for that
shit!
play for
Matter of
KD
fact, I
to
think I do agree with that about the Golden State
nothing
thing.
for
Yeah,
yeah, there's nothing KD can do to hurt, in my opinion, or better his career. He solidified his top 20.
And
And
go ahead.
no,
you go.
I think it was more thing like more that went into it about him leaving Golden State. Now that I think about it, because remember that Draymond had got into it with KD too.
But look at what they got into it over there, Crunch. They got into it. Just think about this. They got into it over him not passing him the ball when they just coming off a stop. They was playing against the Clippers and they was coming off a stop. They had a stop and this was a game winning possession. Draymond Green was pushing the ball up the court. It was three people in Draymond Green area. Instead of just giving KD the ball, he know how Draymond play. He know how the Warriors run their offense. If KD would have just kept running up, he would have got an open shot at the top of the key. You can go replay the film. So then after that, if you go look when he called him a bitch and said, we don't need you, we won without you. It ain't like he lying. They won without him.
But that's
They
still
won
wrong
without
to
him.
say.
So now,
But the
what that
whole
shows me
point of
is
getting
so now
KD was to be run.
so now what that shows me is you being sensitive because we've won too. So me telling you the truth shouldn't hurt your feelings, and if it
So
do,
we about to forget the
bye.
whole.
If
So
it
you're
do,
forgetting the
bye.
fact that
And once again,
they called up
talking about these
KD.
things not his fault, but this is a
They
consistent
called
fact.
up KD.
This is a consistent factor.
Though.
This is a consistent factor in his career.
You
But what I'm
literally
saying is we can't hold him to this upper echelon of level and not also talk about the things that he's mishapped on. We can't.
What level are you speaking of?
The level that everybody holds. They tell me Kevin Durant is one. He a top five player in the league. He this is. I don't have nobody else. I don't have nobody in my rankings but two people right now going into next season. Only two. I talked about this when we was on the live before. So
okay, you first of all, the fact that you completely you gonna bring up the fact that they won without him, but the whole reason they got KD in the first place was to beat LeBron James.
But the fact still stood that they went 73-9 without him and they won a chip without him too. So the objective fact. I'm not saying he didn't help. I'm not saying he did not help. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what Draymond Green said to him, he shouldn't have taken that to heart. That showed he was soft because those were the facts. Those were the facts. The facts were. Am I lying? Did the Golden State Warriors? Before you interrupt me, did the Golden State Warriors not just come off a chip in 2015 and lost in 2016? If it's a free agent market, right? I'm gonna pick Kevin Durant over all the other free agents. That's not to say that we can't win with nobody else. They won with Andrew Wiggins. So they showed that they could win with or without him. So now.
All right, hold on. Let somebody go ahead and respond.
What you're saying is, at the end of the day, that 73-9 Warrior team still called up Kevin Durant. As good as they still called up Kevin Durant and wanted him to come play for that team. At the end of the day, they knew they needed KD to beat LeBron, Kyrie, and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And once again,
they knew they needed him.
Once again, if you have a chance to pick up any free agent and Kevin Durant is on the market, you're going to pick him up. It's not that they couldn't. It's not that they couldn't pick nobody else. But if I have an opportunity just to go get the best player and put him on my team in comparison to all the other free agents, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so what do you think about Kevin Durant picking up Bradley Beal for his team?
I don't like it.
But you just sat there and said if you got the chance to pick up one of the best, a good player,
that's the point. And let me tell you why that's the point.
Exactly. Okay, so you better be slandering Steph Curry let me tell
you you're gonna pick the best player. I don't think Bradley Beal was the best player they can get for that team. Though. That's the point.
But he's not. That's a player that team don't want. Bradley Beal just.
He not. No, actually, he had a trade. He had a no trade clause. He asked to come out.
Yes, and then who recruited him?
So he told. But that's the point I'm making. He wasn't in comparison to. I feel like Kevin Durant with the Golden State Warriors needed at that time. Out of all the other free agents at the highest level in comparison to what was on the free agent market, that was the best player they can pick for what they needed. The Kevin Durant and the Suns with Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton, Bradley Beal on the free agent market is not what they needed.
But
so they needed KD.
What I'm asking though, that's not the point.
Who? The Warriors.
So now he admits they needed KD.
Who? The Warriors?
Yeah.
I said that yes. They in comparison to who else was on the free agent market. If I have a chance to get the best player for what I need, I'm gonna get the best player for what I need.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying about not the Washington Wizards, the Phoenix Suns doing with Bradley Beal when healthy is one of
but that's the point I'm making. That's not the best thing for what they need. When we saw from them last season in the playoffs, when we saw from them last season what we saw from them last season in the playoffs, it wasn't that they needed more scoring. They needed a bench and they needed defense. That's what they needed. So Bradley Beal was not the best possible option they could get for what they needed and the depth they needed for their team.
Okay, so now you make trades.
But they're
You
not.
can
What
trade
trades are
for
they
all
gonna
that
have to make now?
Aiden don't want to be here no more. Is Aiden the free agent?
Now we just speaking forward. We have to go by what we see now. As of right now, that's the squad.
Okay, but I'm okay, and it's not a bad squad. Why are we acting like
It is a bad squad. They
is
ain't
not
gonna get
bad.
nowhere. They not gonna get
On
nowhere.
paper, they not.
No, but they might trade. They
On
might
paper,
trade
they
Aiden for
are not.
They
pieces
ain't
though.
gonna. They
That's
might.
exactly
They
that's
might,
what I'm
Prince.
saying.
They
But
might.
that's
They
what I
might.
would do if I was
They
them.
No,
might.
I'm saying you said
Trade
who to
Aiden,
trade. I'm saying like you said who they trade. I'm like Aiden.
because you don't want to
Aiden
be
I'm
prime.
not
here.
saying. I'm not saying they wouldn't. But I'm saying if we going off of what we see right now, it's DeAndre Ayton is on the squad. It's Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton. Those are the main 4 players on the squad. So as of right now, that's what it is. So as of right now,
And I
Bradley
don't see
Beal
nothing wrong with it.
and as of right now, Bradley Beal is not what they needed in order for them to be competing for a championship with that squad that they have as of right now.
Golden State Warriors could have got anybody,
But they got
maybe I think that
the best possible
that's
option
not
for
the
what they
point. I don't.
needed.
My point is Golden State Warriors. You just said they were 73-9 the season before they picked up Kevin Durant. I feel like they could have got any other, just like you said, they won without KD. So that meaning that Golden State could have got any other piece and eventually won like one or like what they went to the finals 2 or 3 more times. They won 2 with KD, so they did go 3 because they lost to Toronto. So they still could have beat like one of them teams, the Cleveland Cavaliers, with anybody on the squad. KD literally they were already a good team. They were
I'm not denying that.
greatest team we had ever seen. Kevin Durant just tipped them over.
The
They were already a good team.
The point I was making was, in comparison to what I need on the team, they needed a closer. I'm gonna get the best closer on the free agent market in comparison to the closers. They picked him. If he wasn't there, they would have picked somebody else.
So do you think that's why KD was mad though? Because I remember watching that game when Draymond was dribbling the ball up the court. But he probably felt like if y'all put me over here to be the closer, now you saying y'all don't need me.
And
like,
he
what the hell is
he
this?
was saying he don't need
Exactly,
he was saying he didn't he said we won without you. We won without you. But that was a fact though. So
okay, but
that's
that was
true.
At that point, what I'm saying is that's a fact. It's not like it was a lie.
True, though.
I'm not trying to deny. I'm not trying to deny what they needed from Kevin Durant. I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is in that motion, that showed us that he's just being emotional. Do your job.
Yeah, that's facts about
you can't
the
call me up one day and say you need me, and then later down the line
because let me tell you why. I'm not just draw calling you. It's not like he was just draw calling him a bitch. In the aspect of that play, if you watch that game, he didn't have to just. We know how Draymond played. We know how they've been running their offense. So now down the stretch of games, when Draymond see an opportunity just to go, if Kevin Durant would have just kept running up the court, he would have had an open shot. I agree with that too. It was no point, and that's what I'm so the reason he said it ain't like Draymond just came out and said that shit out the blue. No, he said that because Kevin Durant was complaining about the possession and saying, "Just give me the ball." When Draymond, the way that they've been running offense and the way that they have been winning and the way they have been successful with the way that Draymond, Clay, and them have been running offense. So now let Draymond as the primary playmaker on the team put you in the best option for us to win. So you ain't gotta just walk it up and score. I'm gonna put you in the best position for you to get a bucket. And if you go watch the play, if Kevin Durant would have just kept running, he would have had an open shot at the top of the key because 3 people crashed down on Draymond and he fell and he turned the ball over. Then they went in possession and Kevin Durant was clapping like this. Clapping, just give me the ball. Just give me the ball. And Draymond was trying to tell him, you would just kept running up the court, you would have got the ball. And he said, you a bitch. We don't need you. We won without you. So it wasn't like he was just dry coming out and calling him a bitch. It wasn't like he was just dry calling him a bitch. He was telling him that if you would have just came up that play, you would have got the ball, fam. So now you complaining, talking about, yeah, y'all needed me. But fam, I was gonna put you in the best option for you to do what you need to do. So why you bitching? So now that you bring it out talking about we needed you, and I'm gonna tell you what we did before you then, nigga. We won without you, nigga. We don't need you to win again.
KD was open already though, and Draymond, I don't know, but usually like it's safe to just get a guy the ball. Like we seen Steph dribble up and you feel me hit a pull up game winning 3.
It's Kevin Durant we talking about too. Like what? Give KD the ball. KD gonna go to work and do what he gotta do.
But you have to
It's that
realize
simple. There's
in
nothing to
context,
realize.
in
We know what
context,
type
it
of
is.
I
It
player
mean,
is.
we
KD
seen
is.
Now we
KD
can't
do
do
no,
that.
no, no. We
Go
seen
ahead.
KD do that in the finals over top of LeBron. We dribbled all the way
That's
up.
a fact. That's a
Just
fact. But
get
in
KD
that,
the ball, which would be
it's
the
all
smart
dependent
thing
on
by
moment. See,
Draymond.
now y'all comparing different moments. Let's go look at the moment. In the moment in the finals, everything was relaxed. Everybody was already up the court. Draymond, didn't Kevin Durant get the rebound and walk the ball up the court himself? He walked the ball up the court himself and shot the deep left wing three over LeBron. Did he not?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so in
That's
context
what I'm
of what
saying.
was happening, in that possession, everybody was running. So why am I finna slow the offense down when Draymond Green, one of our best playmakers on the team, who we've been running our playmaking through and getting
Nah, he
everybody
wasn't
set
gonna
up
slow
and
it down. He
watching
wasn't gonna
for us
slow
to
it down. He was
win?
gonna pull up a
Why would
three
I
in
slow
transition.
everything
He was
down
gonna pull up a three in. He
when the
wasn't
way
gonna
that they
slow it
was
down. He
playing,
wasn't gonna slow it.
the way that they was playing through their free flowing offense? I can get you this shot right here.
Nah,
You can
it's a
Why
fast
are you
break. It was a
talking
fast.
like
No, it
KD
was a
why can't
fast
we?
playing
break.
Why can't we? But that's what I'm saying.
you?
Now we have to play
No,
because that's the way that they've been playing. They've been playing a team aspect
no,
of ball. I don't
No,
need.
no.
I'm
We
saying
don't
for a
need. We don't.
last
I
shot.
don't need. Wait,
I'm saying
wasn't
for a
this a
last
regular
shot.
season
This is
game?
a last shot. On a last shot, you don't always win your
Wasn't
offense
it?
though.
But what I'm saying is we can't deny what Draymond has done for the team, playmaking wise, and setting
Nobody
us up.
doing
Nah.
it.
So
But at
the
the
Late
point I'm
game,
same
trying to
late
make to
game.
you
Hold on,
is
late in the game on a
if
last
late
shot
in the
tip.
game,
I'd rather you just give it to
what I'm
KD.
saying, if we see it, if Draymond obviously he saw a quick opportunity for us to
No,
score.
but no, he
So
the one
why
that
would
got the
I slow
turnover though.
everything down for you?
Draymond, hold on, but Draymond got the turnover though.
He got the turnover because Kevin Durant didn't run up the court and they all crashed down on him. That's
Nah, when
why.
they crash down, you need to give it to KD
He
early.
no, he couldn't give it to KD because KD was still standing in the back
Well,
court.
hold on. All right, so Draymond, why don't you just get the rebound and give it straight to KD? It was a fast
Because
break.
Damn, there you
he
go. Do
because it was
that.
on once again, Crunch. I'm finna cook your ass. Once again, they were running up the court. It was on a fast break play. The defense was not set. So why would I wait for the defense to set so you could do what you need to do if I can get
No,
you
no,
the
no, no,
clearest
no.
shot
You don't gotta
possible?
wait
Go
because
watch.
KD and
Go watch.
Chaz now I'm about to cook you.
Go ahead.
Because
Come
bro,
on.
if you give KD the ball, right? If you give KD the ball, it's a fast break. KD's on. He don't have no moves anyway. All he gonna do is husky pull the same way he did over LeBron James.
He
It only
was
took like 2,
no.
3.
It
It
was,
only
but
hold on, time out. Hold on. It only
he's
took
not
like
gonna do
2.
that.
It only took like 2-3 seconds though.
But that was the point. If he would have just kept running, if he would have just ran with Draymond, he would have had a wide open catch and shoot at the top
Now
of the
look,
key.
I agree
But
with
why
that
are we
too.
acting?
I agree with that
Nobody
too though. I
cares.
agree with that too though.
But that's the best play for us to win. Why would I let you walk down the court and just set it for the defense to get set up when it's a
Because
close game?
I
Let's
think
just
that
run it up
because
the
what I'm
court.
This
saying,
is
but
I
look,
don't care
crazy.
about you
no
being
This
Kevin
what
Durant.
I mean. Like this.
If I'm Draymond, I'm calling a nigga a
And
bitch
that's
too. You a
exactly
from
whole
why.
KD
bitch.
And that's
You
from
a
the
bitch.
KD
issue right there.
perspective though, he's done it in the past though. We seen him walk it
The
up the
issue right
court
Done
there.
it.
over
But that wasn't
LeBron.
that
So he
after the
feel as
fact.
though
When
that he
that?
won. Hold on, he feel as though he helped y'all win 2 straight rings because y'all needed me to do this. And
Which
now
he
it's a
did.
moment to
Yeah.
where Draymond can give you a goal opportunity to do more for the team also.
And
And
go
KD could
ahead.
have walked it up and easily hit that shot. He would have been
And
open regardless. He was
And
cooking shit to
once
Clippers.
again, the correct basketball play was Kevin Durant just running up the court,
Nobody
regardless of.
cared.
But
Why
but
you
No,
no, the
keep
point
Draymond,
I'm
because
making is y'all have to
Draymond don't
realize
have
that's
no
the way that
handles
they
on
run
him.
done.
offense.
See,
I
that's
don't
what I
want
It's not. It's
Draymond
mean.
not.
run.
I could
That's
have
the way
Draymond
that
tried
they
to
run
push it
offense.
through.
That's the way that
Draymond
they
tried
run
to dribble
this.
through
offense.
3 guys, bro.
That's the way that they run
This is
offense.
They
not
don't run offense
That's the
like
way.
necessarily
that.
When
beneficial. I
when
feel
They
like
don't run
Draymond had got
offense
the
like
ball,
that.
he took
this is
off.
what I be talking about.
Draymond tried to dribble through 3 guys, bro.
He didn't try to dribble through them. He was looking for Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant
Kevin
was
Durant was
standing
right
in the
there.
back court. If Kevin
Kevin
Durant
Durant was
wasn't
right
standing in the,
there.
I'm finna go pull up the play right now.
This
I'm gonna
is
pull
what
it
I
up.
mean when I say the unnecessary, trauma that surrounds Kevin. It's Kevin Durant. You just said I don't care if it's Kevin Durant. My nigga, this what I mean. He get disrespected. What you mean you
Because
don't care
he's a
if it's
hoe.
That's
Kevin
He's a
facts.
hoe.
Durant?
He's a
What
hoe.
you mean you don't care if
He's
it's
a hoe.
Kevin
That's why.
Durant?
He cheated on
And
his
that's
man. He's a
exactly
hoe.
what I'm talking about. The KD gets so disrespected. It's
He's
crazy.
a hoe. What has he
That's
done? What has he
yo,
done?
I
What has he
don't.
done without
You
Steph? What has he done without
what is
Steph and
the
them?
benefit? You can't ask me what
Can
is
you
that
please?
man?
Can you please tell me what is Kevin Durant done without Steph Curry?
Be so for
Can you
real.
please
Be
tell me?
so for real.
I'm no.
Be for real.
I am being for real.
No, because this is
I'm
exactly
being
what I be
so for
talking. This
real.
is
I'm
why
being
I feel
so
the
for
need to
real.
always
I'm
defend
being
Kevin
so for
Durant.
real.
Because what
I'm
is
being
this?
so for real. Tell
What
me
is
what
this?
Can you please tell me what Kevin Durant has accomplished
You
without Steph,
I
Clay,
can't
and
have
Drake?
a conversation with a person who just
I'm
said,
no,
I
I'm
don't
asking you a
care if it's
question.
Kevin Durant.
I shut
I'm
up.
not.
Look. I
We're
shut up.
done.
I'm asking you a question.
Because
Can you
there's
please
no
tell me?
way.
You answer my question. Can you please tell me what Kevin Durant has done without Steph, Clay, and Dre? You can't. So I'm not trying to hear that.
Again,
He's a hoe.
I'm choosing not to.
No,
Verified
okay.
the link in the
Saying
Crunch.
description.
Crunch. Since we not choosing not to answer questions, that's fine. Let's do that. Crunch, can you answer the question? What has Kevin Durant done and accomplished for the echelon of player that we hold him to without Steph Curry, the best shooter of all time, without Klay Thompson and Steph, the best backcourt of all time, one of the best IQ minds in the game, in Draymond, in that squad? Can you tell me what he has done without them, please?
Shit.
Huh?
Jack shit.
He what?
I said jack shit.
Jack motherfucking shit. He ain't done shit. So
but
fuck
look,
out of here with that.
Hold on.
I don't care about him being no man. I ain't trying to hear that shit. He's had opportunities to he's had
I agree
opportunities to
with that,
prove
though.
himself.
You know that I already know he ain't do nothing without Steph.
We can't do that.
Yeah, look, you know that I already know that he ain't do nothing without Steph. But I do think I'm one of the people on the planet Earth that believe the finals in 2017 was even. But you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think his 2 rings are still valuable. And I do think he's been disrespected. I think ever since he left Golden State, he hasn't been getting the same appreciation.
Because he hasn't done nothing since then. That's
because you gotta remember, you gotta put respect on what he did.
If the point I'm making is, if he would have just stayed with Golden State, came back from injury, and was still playing at the level he played at when he first started playing back for the Nets, because he was actually shooting better than he's ever shot in his career when he was playing for the Nets when he first came back. So the point I'm making is, if he would have stayed with Golden State, they would have won more. So they would have.
Why would he stay at a team that don't need him?
It would have just been like, at that point. Let me tell. Can you tell me why? Can I tell you why?
Why would he say
we're talking about he asked me, he's talking about his appreciation. So if you're not gonna answer my questions, I ain't gotta answer your motherfucking questions.
No, because
so like I was saying, no, you're not getting that's in the moment. If you've ever played a team sport, you and your teammates,
that's what you said. I didn't say that.
But the point I also said he needs to stop being a bitch and get over it and let's win the motherfucking game. That's also what I said. But once again, like I was saying, he's had opportunities to prove at the leading spot. And Crutch was talking about his appreciation. If he would have stayed with Golden State, we could have said, man, he went over there to Golden State after he did what he did. That was some whole shit. But nigga, if they win the next fucking 4, I mean, damn, what really can we say? He's solidified for sure. Even though he had this squad, ain't nothing I can say. There's nothing I can say because they won. They won.
KD would have still got criticized.
But everybody get criticized, baby. Everybody get criticized, baby. You got to take with the bad with the good. That's what comes with being great. That's what comes with being great. And if you
gotta take the bad with the good, though.
You gotta take the bad. Ain't no NBA player ever or nobody ever who done ever done anything great in the history of man motherfucking kind has never got criticized. I'm not trying to hear that. This ain't no motherfucking lollipop world with unicorns and Starbursts and Skittles. Where everybody say everything good that you do. No, it ain't hate. It's not hate. Listen, it's not hate. It's not hate if it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth.
Why would he pass the
it's
ball?
The truth. It's the truth. It's the truth.
One of the greatest scorers of all time in the league, and you talking about Draymond?
It's the truth. He won the greatest scorer of all time against the Celtics. He won the greatest scorer of all time against the Celtics. He won the greatest scorer of all time in the Celtics.
One series.
Or the Suns. Or the Suns. That's 2. Or Memphis. That's 3. That's 3. Or Memphis. Memphis, the Suns, and the Celtics.
I'm not gonna talk about what he did against Memphis. I'm not really informed on the series with Memphis.
Go back and look at it. I think it was 2013.
Exactly. He was with OKC. So I'm just gonna speak about Phoenix, and I'm gonna speak about last year. I mean, the season prior to last season. So
the Celtics and Phoenix.
A whole bunch of information. The series against the Celtics and the series against who was they played against? The Nuggets? The Nuggets. Denver. Yeah, the Nuggets. It's a whole bunch of information that's been left out with them 2 series.
It's not. He played terrible in the Celtics series. He played terrible.
It's a whole bunch of stuff.
He played terrible. He was obviously bothered because when you're at the number 1 spot, now we can focus more on you. So we saw when they focused more on him and knocked him off his rocker, he couldn't get it done.
Bunch of stuff being
go watch it. Go watch it. Go look up the
stats. I watched it. I was going for him.
He was trash. He was trash. And Crunch, can I ask you a question, Crunch? You here? Crunch, you here? He ain't gotta be here. This to the panel. This to the chat. Can somebody please tell me where one of the greatest scorers ever was in the Celtics series when he had the leader? He was the leader of his team, and Kyrie was playing too. Can somebody please tell me? Please,
Huh?
please. Where was the one of the greatest scorers of all time, like you just said, in the Celtics series when he also had Kyrie Irving healthy the entire series? Where? Please
So we
tell me.
gonna like forget the fact that the
Please tell me.
team had a whole different roster going into the playoffs.
That's actually that. Hold on, that's
They
actually not
had
true.
lost
That's
like
actually
one
not
that.
true.
So James Harden didn't leave the team mid-season, or
James
am I
Harden,
tripping?
that's one player.
You said James Harden as if he had
James
a valuable
Harden,
piece
that's
of
one
player,
player.
as if he wasn't
That's
the
one
sixth
player
best player on
that
the
had
team
been
when they were
injured.
all
That's
healthy.
one player that had been
One
injured.
player. You
That
talking
that,
about
that
James
had
Harden
also been
though? That's
injured.
not just one
And they
player.
were
What are
still
we
cook.
talking
They were
about?
still cooking when it was just
What are
Kevin
you
Durant and
talking
Kyrie.
about?
They were still people
What
were
are we
saying it was
talking about?
people were saying it was damn near a super team when it was just Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Who was saying that
So
was
what
a
are you
super?
talking
Okay,
about?
I know you lying now. Ain't never nobody said that there was a super
Him
team with
so
just
him and
KD
him
and
and so
Kyrie.
and that's fine.
KD
You,
and
you can say
Kyrie
that
was
because that's all
them
that's
two
that's
pieces was not
subjective.
no
That's
super
subjective. That's
team.
subjective.
That wasn't a
That's
super
fine.
team.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying it was. I'm saying that that's what people were saying. I'm not. And then when they added James Harden on, they said it was a super duper team. But we gonna pause on that. Harden was still hurt. He was hurt.
Harden was not on that team at
Harden was
all
hurt.
going
I'm
into the
not.
playoffs.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about the Celtics playoffs. They had a good roster, bro. They had a good roster. I'm not trying to hear
They
that.
had
The
they
first couple
best
of games was
shooter Joe
close.
Harris was squeaky.
And Bruce
Okay,
Brown was hooping. Bruce Brown, the dude that Kevin Durant
Bruce is just
ran
great.
about
I give
Brooklyn,
it to
was
them.
hooping.
I give it to them. Okay,
Bruce
I
Brown
give
was
it.
hooping,
Yeah, Bruce and Jeff was hooping. We know
hooping.
that.
So I ain't trying to hear that. If you need everybody on your squad to be hooping to win, come on, man. If you
What do
this
you
upper
mean?
echelon,
We just saw that in the finals.
if you this upper
We just
echelon of the
saw it in
greatest
the
scorer of all
finals.
time, if you this upper echelon of the greatest scorer of all time, and we losing because you can't motherfucking score, come on, man. Come on.
As
They
if
were
players
losing
don't have
because
off
they were
series.
losing because he couldn't get in no rhythm every game in the
As
series.
if players
Every game in the
don't have
series.
bad series. This is what I meant.
Every
With
game in the
KD,
series.
it
But
just with KD it
okay, so
goes to the
as of right
extreme.
now,
He
he
gotta
don't
be
deserve to be held to
perfect.
that upper echelon. He don't deserve to be held to that upper
KD
echelon.
ain't never been
Simple. Simple.
KD, because you talking like we done said KD the greatest of all time.
I ain't saying you.
No,
I ain't
he
saying you.
not
I'm
even
talking about the
KD. Not
general.
even.
I'm talking about the general perspective. And I'm
The
saying you
general
can't get no. I
perspective
can't.
don't
You.
got
I
KD
can't.
top five
What can
either.
somebody tell me besides those two rings he got with them? What had he done as an
What do you have
individually as a
KD
player? What has Kevin
all
Durant done
time?
outside of Golden State? What has he accomplished?
Cause you this don't even make
Can you
sense.
tell
So
me
now he
what
gotta
has Kevin
win.
Durant accomplished outside of
So
Golden
if he
State?
ain't won no championship, all his other accomplishments during the other
Yes,
seasons don't matter.
yes, yes.
That's bad
Especially when
logic.
your motive was that I can be the
That's
leader of a
bad
team.
logic.
He said
No,
that he
that's
could be a
bad
leader of a
logic.
team. He
That's
said
bad.
that.
That's
He said he
terrible
could be the
logic.
leader of a team. That's his logic.
That's bad logic.
He can be the leader of a team. And they lost.
That's
Every
bad
time he was the
logic.
leader, they lost.
That's horrible
Only time
logic.
he won, the facts are
That's
every time he
horrible.
won, he was playing behind the greatest shooter of all time. Simple. And
That's it. So you got
one of the best
so you
teams,
got
he was also playing, he
KD.
was also the only time he won is when he was playing one of the best teams to ever be assembled,
You
ever be
got
created.
KD on this
So come on, man.
on the top of the. You got KD on the
No,
top of the
I don't rank
shelf. You
players like
got
that. I
him
don't rank
on
players.
one.
I'm talking about the
You
general
got him. You
perception.
talking like we put KD and MJ
If it's not
conversation.
look
Ain't nobody put
if it's
MJ
not you,
and MJ, Kevin
if it's
Durant and MJ.
go
That's
ahead.
how you're talking though. That's
If it
literally how you
but
talking.
listen,
Like
if it's
people
not
put
you,
KD in those conversations.
if it's not you, then it don't apply.
But that
Simple.
don't make. But you can't take their logic and then come in here and
If
then
it
use that like try to use
if
that
it's
logic.
not you, then it don't
That don't make
apply.
sense.
I was also speaking on him being appreciated as a basketball player. That's fine. But like I said, when people give you a certain talk about you in a certain way, and you obviously show that you care about these things through your actions, and you don't get things done, they got people. We got to get on your ass, man. I can't give you props for you running away saying I can do this, and then you don't do what you said you was gonna do. Like what? That's backwards. That's flip floppy. I can't do that. But I had a
Yeah,
question for you.
I don't do
How
that.
do you feel? Because I know you like the Grizzlies. How you feel about your Grizzlies going into next season?
Oh, I'm good. I'm confident about them. I think we'll see be able to hold it down with Ja being off the court for the 25 games.
Okay.
Marcus Smart was a good pickup. I can
Yeah.
see where he replaces Tyus Jones, and I can see how he replaces Dylan Brooks in some aspects.
Yeah.
So I think we were able to get like a player who basically could be two players in one with us
Yeah.
losing Tyus Jones and Dylan Brooks. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm confident about my Grizzlies.
Okay. Do you feel like he gonna be more of a leadership presence next to Steven Adams?
Oh yeah,
So
I want Marcus Smart to be that. If anything else, I need him to be a leader, the vet, and the vet that can get through to all the young players. Obviously with his experience
yeah.
going deep in the playoffs and making the finals is gonna be heavy on us. So I'm ready to see what he gonna do. He
I
could
mean, yeah,
end up
yeah.
being
Go ahead.
the heart and soul of Memphis or something like he was
Okay.
in Boston.
Yeah, I think y'all for sure. Y'all better be top 5 in defense coming next season. Y'all better be. Y'all got 2
Bad.
defensive player of the years on y'all team. Y'all better be.
Yeah, I
I,
agree.
I feel like, yeah, that's for sure going because y'all have some good defensive units. Y'all got Jaren Jackson. Y'all got Marcus Smart. Y'all got what's his name? I think Brandon Clark coming back. Y'all got Steven
Mhm.
Adams, a great rebounder. Y'all got a lot of interior presence. So y'all better be one of
Yep.
the best shot blocking teams in the league. I swear, if y'all not, I'm coming back to you. I'm on your ass. I need to see that. Okay. How far you feel like y'all winning from getting to the chip? Or you got to see what they play like this season?
Yeah, I gotta see how they play this season. Before
You going in and out.
I gotta see how they play this season before I make my predictions. But
Okay. Hey, Crunch, where you at, little nigga? He's still in here. His ass ran off. I just cooked his ass. Just ran off. Bring your ass back here, Crunch. I know you hear me talking. Oh, my gosh. How you feel about that Warriors move to the CP?
that shocked me.
Why you say that?
Honestly, because I wouldn't expect it. I was really hoping that Chris Paul went to a team like the Clippers. But then again, I can see why the Clippers wouldn't want a player like Chris Paul, because he's not reliable in the playoffs, even with his being injured all the time, just like Kawhi and them. But
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to go to Golden State.
Yeah.
Nah, that's curve, and especially for Jordan Poole, I was thinking that Golden State will keep Jordan Poole, probably send Draymond off.
Yeah.
I know he's opted out or something. But,
Nah, to me that move showed me they think they can win like in the next 2 years.
yeah.
That for sure showed me that with them keeping Draymond. And people talking about Chris Paul being 38, but I feel like him being able to play behind Steph Curry, now he's gonna be able to do what he do best. Bring veteran leadership to those guys that, you know what I'm saying? People were
Yeah.
saying Kuminga and Moody and all them, they needed to be able to understand the game more. I feel like he's going to be able to bring that to them. Then what else Golden State need? They needed a reliable mid-range shooter. Because if we go look back in some of their championship runs, they had Sean Livingston. And he was always that
Yeah.
one player that came in the game and throughout like the meat and potatoes of the game when it was close, like when it was in the balance of the game, he'll come out and hit a mid-range shot, a couple of mid-range shots. So yeah, I think that was a really good trade for them, bro. And I feel like him being the floor general, coming off the bench behind Steph, and not having to worry
Mhm.
about being the leader of the team, and also with the durability of Steph Curry, it's like so he won't. I feel like him being injured won't really be a problem because he's not going to have to play that much. I feel like they
Yeah.
got a good roster, bro. People need to look out for them for sure.
I
But
agree.
man, the Lakers, I don't know what the Lakers on, man. I don't know what the fuck they on.
Jesus.
How you think they can win in the next 2 years, or you think LeBron done winning?
If LeBron got one more in him,
One more? You
that
think one more run?
yeah,
I
one
don't know,
more.
man. If he keep having to play, if he keep trying to play and not like adapt his game to the role he should be playing on his team, bro, he gonna
Mhm.
keep getting injured, bro. And so late in the playoffs, now we're gonna get all these excuses about how he can't lift his foot, how he can't do this. But that's because how he choosing to play. I feel like he needs to play the role of, regardless if they get Anthony Davis traded or not. I feel like at this late in his career, he needs to play the role of, I'm going to look for my teammates and adapt my style to the way that my teammates play as much as I can, so that if we lose because of my teammates, that's fine. But because it ain't no point in him doing all this in the regular season and getting hurt and then getting to the Western Conference Finals and then can barely, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be injured and shit. Yeah, I don't fuck with
Hey,
that.
yo, I had went upstairs for a while. So what y'all chopping up on
We was
on now?
We were talking about Chris Paul to the Warriors. We were talking about the Lakers and LeBron and his play style and how he got to change it up if he want to win in this next year. We was talking about the Grizzlies. We were talking about how they should be. Tell me if you agree or not, Crunch. They got two in the past 2 years. They got 2 of the defensive players of the year. They better be top 5 in defense and top 5 in shot blocking this year. They better be.
Damn, my shit lagging, yo.
They better be.
You hear me?
Yeah. You can hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah. What y'all talking about now?
We right now we was talking about LeBron and if he got another run in him, and I was saying that he got to switch up the way that he play, bro, because he just gonna keep getting injured, and then if they get to them late runs, they gonna lose.
Yeah, man. I think LeBron he chose to ride with the stats late in his career. Like late in his career, he's supposed to be more laid back, more cerebral, and more. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's how he's supposed to play later on in your career, and that's what he said that he was going to do. He said Anthony Davis had the keys, but he averaged more shot attempts than AD all 4 of these seasons they didn't play.
Facts.
LeBron James showed, and it shows that stats don't always equate to winning, especially late in your career. Like it's cool to do it. Nobody see you couldn't average these numbers, but we trying to see if you can keep winning.
Facts. Especially
Tim Duncan could have tried to do that. Tim Duncan, if he'd have tried to average 25 and 10 still,
they wouldn't have won none of them chips late in the
right. They would have been losing. Yeah. And he would have just been, but they would have probably still been, he would have been looked at similar, but in a different way. Like as far as all-time great power forward with these numbers at this age, but he wouldn't have been winning. And it just shows which one that you have to really care about because we've seen Tim Duncan average 25 and 10.
Yeah.
We don't got to keep doing it.
Yeah, and I agree with that, bro, because like I said, I feel like at this point in the LeBron career, I wouldn't be mad at him if he take a step back and is averaging 18 points, 12 assists, and like 8 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in, but I would rather him lose and he lose because he's trying to get everybody involved and he being passive and trying to be aggressive in some moments rather than him being aggressive all the time, taking away from his teammates and expecting his teammates to perform for him when he messed up and his ankles hurt. You know what I'm saying? When he hurt. I ain't like, you know what I'm saying? At this point, like, we saw what Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura and D'Angelo Russell, what them guys could do, even with them playing under the play style of him being more aggressive than them and him being more ball dominant than them. So imagine if they was to get more touches. Imagine if we take down LeBron shots from 26 a motherfucking game down there, 23 of that motherfucking game down there to like what, 18 a game. So imagine now those 7, 8 shots can go to Austin Reeves. We know Austin Reeves catch fire sometimes. He get a couple of and ones. We know Rui Hachimura get a couple dunks, get a couple 10 footers, 15 footers. And now you get those dudes in flow. Now you get those dudes hot. So now on the defensive end, they was the best defensive team after the All-Star break all the way going into the playoffs. So now that can carry over throughout the whole regular season. But if he continues to try to be the number one option and can just take, they not going to win nothing. He going to average the numbers, but they're not going to win nothing, especially when his game isn't fully adapted to being having a lesser role on the team. And I feel like less is more. Like you said, less is more, especially when you're trying to win. Less is more. I don't want him to be averaging 30 a motherfucking a season like this late in his career. That's stupid to me. So that's why I'm saying it's not really – it's amazing to see him do it, but it's like in terms of winning and the echelon people hold him to, what the consensus is about him, he a top 5 player. Even I don't rank players like that. With the general consensus, he a top 5 player in all this. So we see about those top 5 players, what they do later in their career. They slow their game down to produce more for their teammates so they can win. So, no, if he's still playing at this level, that shows that he has the ability to adapt. I.e., Kobe Bryant said it himself. He said it in 2019 before he passed, Rip Bean Bryant. He said if he feels like anybody has the game, the chances to and talent to adapt their game and be adaptable, it's LeBron James. Because now we in 2019 when he had the groin injury, he said that wasn't a coincidence. Now if you keep playing the same way that you're playing, you're gonna continue to get injured because you're trying to do all the heavy lifting.
Mm-hmm.
He has to depend on his teammates more. He has to, and it's not. Can't nobody tell me these dudes not competent. Austin Reeves.
Yeah, LeBron, if you want to average like 19, 20, bro, he can still play. He can play. So he like 45.
Yes. He ain't even got to average 25, man. I'm telling you, them other.
No, I'm saying he can play. No, I'm saying he could play until he's like 43, 45.
Facts.
Off the fact of if he tone his game back, that's gonna be easy for LeBron.
I think he needs to become a catch-and-shoot player.
Look, he never cared about developing no post game though, or developing like handles and a like a go-to shot. They said that's not his game, so I guess we won't see him do that.
That's a fact. And they, yeah, it's not his game, but that's why they just continue to forget. They bring up year 20. Yeah, he is in year 20. So if he keep playing like he was in year 10, year 12, and then in year 20, you're gonna get injured. No matter how much money you spend on your body, you're gonna get injured because you playing the way that you playing and the way that you play is attack, 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 attack. You gonna get hurt, bro. So now when we need you to hit them shots at Denver in the Mile High City, when we need you to hit them clutch shots in LA in Game 4, when we need you to hit clutch shots down the stretch, you don't even have the legs or energy to because you're trying to do everything else before that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
no, you can't do that. He
It's
has to adapt
Shamari.
his game, bro.
What's up?
You think LeBron on PEDs?
No,
I do. Shit.
I don't.
I do.
All right, hold on. So all right. So first, all right. So watch him. So Shamari, why you don't think he on it?
I mean, I feel like he would have got caught if he was. I just don't want to believe. Has he been caught?
No, he ain't been caught.
It's LeBron James. He's not gonna get caught.
Well, I think
He been
I
caught.
think something would have been leaked if he was on. If he was taking.
Well, allegedly, you know, somebody that allegedly caught from the same guy said that LeBron is on it. He's on PEDs. I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but this is what the guy's saying. But that's like basically like, you know what I'm saying? That's like me, like yo, that's like two people that caught. I mean, that caught from the same weed man.
And not even
It's
just
like
that.
you seen them at the trap house before. You seen them coming to grab it.
And not even just that, Crunch. I heard Elder talking about this a while ago. It was back when the PED allegations first came out on Ticket Channel. And Elder had said something about it was a nurse or something trying to expose something about LeBron, and she just went missing out of nowhere. Like, that's crazy. So you can't snitch on LeBron.
Oh man,
He gonna get you gone, bro.
I ain't hear about that.
Right, if you go listen to Katie and Bron song. It ain't easy, no. That motherfucker LeBron in his song, he said, "I had a goon freshened up your chromes." You know what he on? You know what he on?
Yeah, yo, I mean, you can't always just come out and just, you know what I'm saying. I mean, the guy on ESPN, he did say it, but like it's not that simple to just go ahead and try to expose him.
Because if he go missing, it's gonna look fishy. Because he was on ESPN saying, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, he can't really just get him going off the rip like that. But now I feel like it's just awkward to me how when his athleticism goes down, now his in terms of the way that he looks when he's playing, it's like it just looks completely different. So he's been dependent on his athleticism this whole time. That it's amazing that he's been able to do that. But what I'm saying is now what we're seeing now, when he's getting injured and all these things, I was having a debate with him, bro. I was telling him on TikTok, y'all know the Dion dude who be on LeBron meet. I was like, bro, the threes he was shooting, he was trying to debate with me that LeBron used more legs than upper body on his jump shot.
Nah.
LeBron's shot is damn near all arms. He hopped just a little bit. He barely hopped. And they was trying to show me a video of him jumping when he's shooting. And I was saying, yeah, but that's the point I'm making. So when he was missing those threes late in them games and again Denver and all that, that's just because he just bricked them. It ain't no excuse about him being injured. And they was talking about where his numbers went down when he was injured. That's because also throughout the game, he's also depending on his athleticism. So now he's gonna be more winded because he injured. Because he's trying to, you know what I'm saying? But when you shooting a shot crunch and you practice it, you know when you late in the game and your legs tired, what matters? Your muscle memory. Your legs being tired, especially if it's a set shot. All I need is my muscle memory because I practiced this shot thousands of times. So me and my leg being hurt when I'm shooting an open 3-pointer. Come on, man. And me we was also having a conversation about the way that they played Russell Westbrook with the Lakers, and I feel like they could have actually done something if they would have played them differently. I was telling them I feel like LeBron should have been coming off the bench, and I feel like it shouldn't. They were you know how they get crushed, like it don't like this late in his career. If y'all saying we shouldn't expect a year 20 player to do this, well, he shouldn't be doing this, especially when he got a mini him that they was playing with. That was that was starting. Like literally, we literally have a mini him, a mini LeBron, and Russell Westbrook. He's still within in the tail ends of his prime. And I'm not trying to hear that he was trash because the year before he went there, he was averaging like 21, 10, and 10. So I'm with the Wizards. So I'm not trying to hear that. And they made it into the playoffs, I think. So if he would have been coming off the bench, LeBron, that would allow him to save energy late in games. So now late in the games, guess what? Russell Westbrook, all the mishaps he was having throughout the through them years, them games versus the Sixers, and throwing the ball out late in the games. Guess what? We ain't even got to play Russell Westbrook in the fourth because we're gonna have LeBron playing the fourth, the greatest player of all time. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So if we doing that, now we reserving his energy, and off the bench, it's a whole different look. So now, just imagine having to guard Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis and all them guys. And we saw how Russell Westbrook was getting them dudes hype when he was playing with them. We saw that. He was getting Anthony Davis hype. He was getting AD lit. All of them.
Yeah, LeBron would have
So,
been 6 man of the year.
Facts. That would have added on to his resume. 6 man of the year and 38.
Yeah, that's
Come on, man.
That's fat. Yeah, that's
And 38.
That's cool.
But they don't want to do that. That's because the ego and pride of the LeBron James worshippers and LeBron James. Like,
they ain't had no problem doing that to Melo, though. They told
Mm-hmm.
Melo as soon as he got over there, you might come off the bench. And they had no problem disrespecting him.
No problem. And Melo was busting Bron ass in his rookie year, busting his ass. So I ain't trying to.
It's like they pick and choose the players they want to put down.
That's just because LeBron has a certain play style that he refuses to go out of. And this year they talking about he's played the most off the ball. This according to the stats. I don't give a fuck about them stats, fam. Crunch, if you watch them games this year, that nigga wasn't coming off no rock. Nigga was averaging 23 shots a game. How was he coming out the rocket? He averages 23 shots a game. That don't make no sense. Every other game, he's shooting 10 threes. What the fuck? Talking about he coming off the rock. Come on, man. Stop that. So I feel like they completely botched what they did with Russell Westbrook. They lied to him and told him that he was going to be the lead guard. He get over there. Now they put him in a corner. Like, then they get rid of him the second year. And they talking about, well, LeBron in win now mode. Nigga, he been in win now mode since when? Since when? That win now mode only got him 4 chips and 6 losses. So he might as well should have just built with Russell Westbrook. I guarantee if they would have played Russell Westbrook later throughout this year, and Russell Westbrook would have been able to become more comfortable. And if LeBron would have came off the bench, it would have been a whole different story. But now it's about him being tired, him that. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. And I'm always going back to this because of how great I see that he can be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just obvious fluxes in his game. But I want to also talk to you about the Chris Paul to the Warriors. How you feel about that? I liked it.
I don't like Chris Paul. It's not that I don't like it. I don't think they're gonna get far with Chris Paul.
You tell me why, and I'll tell you. You tell me why they won't get far, and I'll tell you why they will.
But actually, matter of fact, bro, I actually wanted to start that over. I actually wanted to start the stream over and make that a separate video. So I'm gonna wrap this one up, and we're gonna get right into that.
All right, bet for so.